Hi everybody, this is Johnny with City Folk Gardening. Today is July 20th. It's been a couple weeks since I did my last video, so I figured I'd do a quick garden tour and the tour of where I have all my fruit trees and blueberry bushes. And this year I planted, here are some pumpkins and watermelons. Like I said, I've just been training them. I'm gonna let them run the whole way down. This here is my island of fruit trees that I planted. Here's another pumpkin that I got that's just training them to run. And right here, let me get this just to take this down. This right here is the best investment in the world right here. Japanese beetle traps. And here we got another pumpkin. And a little update here. There's my strawberries. Just branching out. I'm just letting them do whatever they want to do. Some cucumbers there. I just pulled real quick out of there. I probably pulled about 50 cucumbers so far totally between this plant and what I have in my garden. Over here's another pumpkin. It's starting to take off and run. Probably about 12 feet long. All my different fruit trees. Just keep coming down through here. Can't keep up with these weeds. It's just been so hot here. It's the hottest July we probably ever had here in Pennsylvania. It's been like 95 every single day, it seems like. Here's one of my blueberry bushes I planted last year. There's one there too. Don't seem like I got too much growth yet this year. There's a couple more that I planted this year. I think I have 8 total. Here's 2 more here. They're looking really good. And got a couple more over here. They're looking pretty good. Alright, let's go to what's really looking good here, and this is the garden. You see, we're walking up to the corn, and won't be long. I'll be pulling some ears off here. You can see there's a lot of ears starting to form everywhere in there. On the outside. Looking good. Alright, but what I really wanted to talk about today was my tomatoes. My Italians that I always talk about, but these tomatoes are looking good. They're about 6 feet tall, actually. And these are my 2 early girls. Oh, I just love that. Look how ripe them are. Beautiful big tomatoes. These are my 2 early girls that I planted early, and I've probably pulled off already about 15 tomatoes off of them. As you can see, I actually got to get out here and stake them up. I mean, yeah, it's easily over 6 feet tall already. Let me set that down nice and easy. There's too many tomatoes on there. I mean, look at that. Nice size ones too. And you come over here and look at this one. Just full of tomatoes. And my zucchini in there, doing very well. I've pulled 4 off of it so far, and see a couple more down there growing, so it's been doing very well. And here's that, let's see, what was that, the Big Zack that I told you I had broke off and just planted and let 3 of the suckers basically come out of the ground, and it is really starting to take off. A lot of flowers on there. Excited to see how well it's going to do. And come down here, some bells, bunch of bells on there. Whew, look how good that looks through the camera. Looks good. More. And here's my tomatoes, as you can see. Just look at that jungle. I'm going to do some pruning tonight. Get some more of the leaves off the bottom, try to thin them out a little bit. But these are, I mean, just look at that. These are my big Zacks. I mean, and this is what I've been having a problem with. Like an actual lot of pollination with all the flowers, and I'm getting so many flowers to pollinate, and then I'm turning into tomatoes, and they're so heavy they're just starting to break branches no matter how much I tie them off. I mean, just like, look at that. I mean, that's easily a 1 pound tomato. Easily. But here's my prized possessions, these right here. These are my Italians that I always talk about. And they're probably about 7 feet tall right now. Just taking them up for you. Come down here and just, same thing with them. They just get these big clusters of 4 to 5 to 6 tomatoes. I mean, look at that one. It's taking up my whole hand. That'll be a couple pounder. Look at that. Huge. They're all like that. They just, like I said, the stalks on them. I mean, just look at them. Look how big. A little big. So, let's walk around. Come in the back way here. You just see, if you watched my last video about 3 weeks ago compared to now, doesn't even look like the same garden. I mean, you see, that's what I'm saying about these Italians. You just get such big clusters. Just such big tomatoes. And these will grow as tall as I can keep stringing them. I mean, I'm gonna let them go up to about there. That's about 8.5 feet, and then after that, won't be able to reach them. Over here, my early girls. See that? I mean, these early girls, I will definitely be keeping the seeds again from these. And like I said, I do that every year. I keep the seeds from all my peppers, tomatoes, and grow it the next year. And I mean, just look at that. That's just tons of tomatoes right there. And here's my little trellis that I was talking about. See my cucumbers and cherry tomatoes and my pole beans all climbing up like I wanted it to. Oh, look at that big old cucumber just sitting up there. We'll make sure we pull him off. I try to pull them off when they get to a certain size. I don't like them that big like that. That's nice, about 6 inches. See, that's starting to get fat, so I'll pull him off tonight. You can see, it's just crazy. But here's what I really wanted to show you too, my hot bananas. At first I thought I didn't have any jalapenos except for the first 2 that I grew right here. But I must have mislabeled a couple, because a couple of these that I thought were hot bananas are jalapenos. And you can tell the difference, the height and like the color of the flower, if you can see, which you can. The hot bananas are like a lighter green, and the darker green is the jalapenos, and you can see, you walk down here, see the difference. You can just look and tell hot banana, jalapeno. So that was nice that I messed up, and now I have a couple more jalapenos that I didn't think I was getting, and just everything is starting to be loaded. All the peppers. Seems like them first couple peppers I always get, for some reason, no matter what, I always have the blossom end rot. Every year. Just the first couple, then all of a sudden they just kick in and quit doing it to me. And you'll see, like that. Then after that, the rest of them all start getting nice. I don't know why. It's like always one on the plant. But you can see how well they're doing. I mean, look at that. Nice and green and healthy. I mean, look at them tomatoes back there. Whew. And here, I've been pulling all these. These are my green beans, which You can see I need to get out here and pull tonight. Once they start coming, they just keep coming. Bunch of green beans. Let's take one off here and try one. Let's see. Here's the taste test. Yep, perfect, nice and crispy. And these were, I had potatoes, so I filled it up real good here and planted a couple more cucumbers in here to catch up for later in the season. Same thing over here. I pulled all my cabbages and different stuff and planted some more beets and a bunch of different types of lettuce in there. The bugs here, these are my kohlrabies. For some reason, I don't know if it's because it's been so hot and the bugs have just really chewed up these leaves, but I've only pulled one kohlrabi the whole year, which is odd. I mean, they're growing, but very slowly. These are my purple ones. Can't really see too many of them. They're just growing, so I don't know if that's something that doesn't like the heat, because like I said, it has been mid-90s almost all of July here, and that's uncommon. And here, this bed, these right here are all my different types of bells. Walk around, because I saw the other day, yeah, they're just starting to look at that one there. Let's see what this is. That's the Red Bull. Yeah, just full of peppers. If you watch my videos, I always talked about pulling that first flower or two, at least a couple of them. That way, then these, I mean, you can see, look at the size of that plant. And it will just keep producing. Here, let's see what we got here. These are some orange. Nothing really on them yet. But over here, my Carmens, which I love. Nice big red Italian sweet peppers they become. There's a lot on there. I come out and tie these up because they get real big. There's just so many. I mean, tomatoes. I mean, peppers just everywhere. Come down here. Look at this poblano. This poblano's everywhere. Looking good. This here, all these little red tomatoes, these were my Tiny Tims and little Napolis. Didn't have enough cages, so they kind of just fell down, but they're growing. And let's do a little taste test here. Looks pretty good. Not bad, pretty sweet. But some of these tomatoes here, I wanted to show you what I was saying about the branches. I mean, just right in here, there's probably 15 tomatoes on the same branch, and they're just snapping. If you can see right there, just from the weight, like they just can't hold them no matter how much I tie them up. I mean, look at the size. Whoa, that's gotta come out for that one. That's gonna be a big one there. Wow, that's gonna be a big one. We'll keep an eye on that one. But quick update, things are looking good. Come over here, get my girls in the video real quick. See how they're doing. They've been hooping and hollering. They won in. Huh, ladies? Say in a couple more weeks, look at them run over. Say a couple more weeks, be giving Daddy some eggs. Oh, yes you will. Look at them. They are cool to have chickens. Everybody say hi. Okay, everybody. Well, thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, appreciate it if you hit that subscription button. And stay tuned. See how big we can grow some of them tomatoes. But just give you a quick last shot of the garden here. I mean, that looks like a jungle. Over here. Looks pretty good. Alright, thanks for watching.